All right, it's Nick Atkin here, South China Morning Post, SCMP Martial Arts, with my buddy Sasha Palatnikov, Hong Kong's finest. Here he is. He's over in Orlando at Universal Studios ahead of his big debut at Karate Combat. It's coming up on the 17th of December, one day before my birthday, Sasha. So you're going to get me that birthday present, a quick win there. How you doing, though? It's been a while since we caught up.
Yeah, good, man. I've basically this last year obviously has been pretty wild, since I got released. And then basically I was told, like, yeah, just go out and try to win 3 fights and try to get you back in. So I fought 3 times in 4 months. I won in April, I won in May, and then Cowboy invited me to come out with him and be in his training camp. And then we went out to Thailand and we filmed a movie. So in that process, I took my 3rd fight. After that, I got back to the States 2 weeks later. I took that fight. And yeah, just going into that fight, I was so broken down. I was just not in the shape I needed to be in. I was just, worn out. And I just said to myself, I was happy I had the opportunity because I was like, look, not many people get to fight 3 times in 4 months. And if I could bang that out real quick, it's just going to be a really good look. So I went in there with the mindset, like, just go in there, do whatever you have to do to get this win. And I just remember that week getting ready for cutting weight and getting ready for that fight. I just felt awful. Physically, I just felt terrible. And I went into that fight and was fighting pretty well until the end. Unfortunately, I got submitted, but was it like the last minute of the 3rd round? So it was very frustrating. Obviously, it's like you go 2 steps forward and then you go 3 back after that, it felt like. And, I called my strength and conditioning coach in the hotel room that night. And I was just like, look, dude, like, we haven't worked together since I got released from the UFC. So, like, we need to get back on. I need to get strong because I don't feel strong anymore. And he's like, I know exactly what you need. Like, I know what's been going on. He's like, we'll get back at it. So ever since that fight, I just healed up and I've been working exclusively with my strength and conditioning coach, just making sure that I'm feeling strong and ready for whatever was up next, because whatever was up next was going to be really important. So
is that Lorenzo Pavlica?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I remember that fight, ex-MMA, right? It was, like in the final minute, it was a really good fight, back and forth. And I thought, oh no, yeah, it could have gone either way. But it's good that to see you're not moping around and you're back now, getting back on the horse.
It sucks. Losing sucks, obviously, but at the same time, I know how much better I am. And and I just know, like going and traveling across the world and, living the cowboy lifestyle is just not something that I can do, but it's not something that I can do and then fight at a very high level. I got to be at home and just got to be in my routine and what I know that I can be successful doing. So, I just kind of got back into what got me back into the UFC and the performances I put on there, and I've just gone strong, just gone strong, keeping athletic. And I was potentially looking at going out to Poland for KSW. There was a potential chance out there. And then Karate Combat just came out of nowhere and invited this opportunity on me. And I said, let's do it. This looks like a really fun, experience that I haven't, I haven't done since I was a kid. And in all honesty, I haven't fought stand-up fights since I was an amateur, So it's awesome to get this as a professional fight, and especially in something that I grew up, that's what started my journey. So it's kind of funny. I remember seeing them on social media and being like, oh, I could see myself maybe one day after my career in MMA, like doing that. But I didn't expect it to come this soon. But hey, I'm not complaining either. It's going to be a fun opportunity, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I know you grew up, karate was your first love, wasn't it? And is this something that really plays into your hands? Because, striking is your forte. You've been working a lot on the ground game, especially with Frank Hickman, who was staying with you in Vegas for a while. But this is your bread and butter, isn't it? So it might play into your advantage.
Exactly. I mean, this is where I'm most comfortable. It's where I'm my best. So, I don't have to worry about guys trying to grab my leg and sniff my balls anymore. Like I just get out there and put on a striking display. And I feel like more people are going to be entertained to see that than, the grappling side. So, I think the MMA world has gotten so grapple heavy, except for Wonder Boy's last fight against Kevin Holland, and full respect to Kevin Holland because he just kept it standing. But Like that was just like so beautiful to watch. Like for any MMA fan to not say that like Wonder Boy's display was not anything short of beautiful is like kind of crazy, because when you watch all kinds of fights and the levels of techniques that you see, yeah, his was like head and shoulders above everyone. And I haven't seen anything like that in a while. So it was like really refreshing to see. And full props to Kevin Holland, because he could have turned that into a dirty, grimy, like wrestling, get up, get down fight, and more than likely could have won that. So respect to him for being a warrior and going out there and trying to like, you know, mano a mano for technique. And it was an awesome ass fight, you know.
Yeah, Kevin Holland, he says strikes me as similar in mindset to you in terms of he'll fight anytime, anywhere. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care about his record. He just wants to fight, and he'll put on a show. I think it kind of reminds me of you, right?
Yeah, I mean that's how I think. I just like to entertain, and I like to do stuff like that's just not ordinary. Like if I can do something a little bit different technique wise, or go for something that's not the most common thing, like, and it looks cool, then yeah, people are gonna like that, and they're gonna remember that. They remember that, like certain, even sometimes in like even from my debut, like I run into people occasionally, and they'll be like, "Oh, I remember that fight. It was crazy. Like you were that spinning back fist. Like, oh, everyone that spinning back fist. Like people remember that." So, you know, I try to make an impact when I fight. Like you said, my last fight, like every fight I fight in, I try to be entertaining. I'm never like trying to be boring, you know. And like I can be that boring guy. I can go and grab some dude's legs and put my head in between them. Like I can do all that. But like honestly, it's not what like makes me passionate and like excited to like go and do. You know what I mean? It's like working a job. It's like working a job you don't want to work, but like I get to do what I like to do and I enjoy doing it, so it doesn't feel like I'm working. You know what I mean?
That's why I think that sums up your run in the UFC, because you had that really entertaining first fight. You know, you both just threw hands, and then the next two fights, you just had guys who wanted to take you down and submit you. And fair play to them. You know, they got the job done.
Sure.
Imper Sanganai and Ramiz Brahimaj. But like you say, it wasn't a very entertaining fight, and I don't know how far it got them in the promotion, right? I think Imper got cut eventually,
Yeah.
and
well, that was it. I expected him to come down from 185 and try to just bang on me. Like I thought that was what we were gonna do, and then he turned it in. And he's not known as a grappler, and then he just turned it into like a super ugly, like weird wrestling match. And now he's come along so far. Like his strike, I'm sure. Like if you asked him now to come in and strike with me, he'd be happy to, you know, because he probably didn't feel like his level of striking was where it needed to be. But and then they matched me up with a jiu-jitsu world champion, so I wasn't surprised at what was coming. But you know, I was dealing with injuries. It was just timing, and you know, looking back, like the UFC fixed me too, because I tore my hamstring, and then they were able to come back and they put a lot of effort into getting me back to full health. But it just was weird to get back to full health and then be released, you know, with one fight left on my contract. I felt like I owed it to them to at least like have one more. And if I'd gone out on my shield, then it would have been fair to release me. But, you know, I think you guys gave me a bonus, so at least let me try to get another one for you. So that's how I felt, you know, because I see a lot of guys around me and girls around me from my gym who are getting the 4 fights, losing 4 in a row, losing 3 in a row. And it fucking bugs me, because I'm like, I had a bonus fight, I won, and I lost 2 in a row off of injury. Like, I know that nobody knows or cares about injury, but still, like, I just know that they, like, for me, I had a lot more to show. So that's fine. Like, I think I'm going to be able to channel that just fine where I'm at now with karate combat. And it not only gives me the chance to fully focus on that, like I can train a different way and just make sure that I'm super ready for this 3 rounds and 3 minutes of striking. You know, I've been training 5-5, 7-5s for so long, and like just grinding and wrestling and just grinding. That shit's just tough. So I just feel like I've built such a weathered body, and I just feel like my level of experience and technique is just going to be able to show out in this promotion.
What's your plan then? Is it get a few highlight reel finishes in karate combat and then maybe try and get back into the UFC, or are you happy to make this place a new home? And what's the contract like? Can you go and fight elsewhere while you're still
well, I'm still kind of discussing what we want to do. I wanted to just do like a one-off kind of this one as a resume, like job interview, and then see what they wanted to do. I wouldn't mind doing like a 1-year like exclusive deal with them and just have them fighting regularly with karate combat. Like I would be happy to devote that. I don't want to commit to anything too long term, but I would be like, if everything goes to plan on Saturday, I would be happy to sign something like, exclusivity for a year. And if I can get, 4 or 5 fights for the year, that would be like perfect, and then maybe see how things are going. Cause I mean, ideally I want to be the champ. I want to fight. I want to get the belt. So whatever opportunity or route that I need to go to do that, then I'll try to do that. And go from there. At the end of the day, like I'm at a point in my career where I want to be competing regularly and I want to be fighting and putting on shows and then also making good money. 1 second. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right down. All right, bye. Yo, Chris. Hello. Go and grab the Uber Eats order. Dude's in a Volkswagen, a platinum Volkswagen. So he'll be outside and to the right. All right, sorry about that.
What's coming?
We got some meat on the way.
Okay. You have to do a weight cut here?
Yeah, I'm come weight. But I'm fighting at 185, so I don't have like. Last I checked, I had like 3 pounds, so I can eat something and then just do the rest in the morning.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I won't keep you too long then. I just want to ask you about your opponent as well, Rob Buxton. How much do you know about this guy and what are you expecting?
I don't know a ton, man. I saw his last fight in Karate Combat, so that was, the newest piece of footage that I could find. But he has, I guess, a bit of an amateur background. I think he's competed in China and maybe done some stuff with Canada or some national tournament level stuff. But I'm not like super sure 100%. But I saw him. I've seen him. I faced off with him today, and bro. I've never seen someone so physically nervous before. First time I've seen it, he was really nervous. He was breathing heavy. His lip was quivering. Like, I've never seen that before. I don't know whether to take that as a weakness or this dude's going to come out like a banshee. But either way, I'm expecting the highest level of whatever. I don't have any assumptions of this guy. I don't think. I don't think it's an easy fight. I just think I just know that I have a lot of tools, and I just know that I have a lot of experience, and and I feel that first battle is always that the looking into each other's eyes, and I feel like I already I took that one. So like I said, I've never in my whole career through amateurs up until this point in my career never seen someone so nervous. So I don't know. We're gonna do another face-off tomorrow at the weigh-in, so I'll see how he's then, but. Yeah, I think Buddy's in for, this is a big wake-up call. I think his first professional fight was in Karate Combat, so there's definitely levels, and I'm sure he's going to come out and he's going to bring it, give it his all. So, yeah, let's see who's got the higher level.
All right, let's see. And tell people a little bit about the rule set, because I'm not a huge... I haven't really watched Karate Combat. I only see bits on social media, clips, and It looks really entertaining and fun. But yeah, if people like me, I'm sure people watching this may be similar positioned. Yeah, just what's the rule set?
So yeah, it's 3-minute rounds. We have MMA gloves, but like the 8-ounce ones are a little bit bigger. No elbows, but you have your punches, of course, spinning back fists, kicks, knees, flying knees. And then if an opponent, you're allowed to sweep. You're not allowed to like grab hands like a wrestler and pick up and throw, but you're allowed to sweep, hip toss, do little inside trips, foot sweeps to get people on the ground. If you catch kicks, you can sweep off those kicks to take them down. And then you're allowed to actively ground and pound for 10 seconds. So you have a 10-second window while they're on their back to either engage and throw strikes or let them back up. And then, of course, you've got the uniqueness of the pit. So, the rule set is just you're fighting in an obstacle course in a way. It's got slanted walls, so you can use certain attacks to make your opponent fall into that wall, and then you can attack off those while they're in that position, and yeah, it's otherwise from that it's just pretty much a stand up affair, and yeah, obviously no shots to the nuts, no eye gouging, that kind of stuff, but. Yeah. For the most part, yeah, that's the rule set. All
right. Well, if everything goes well, will we be seeing you in Hong Kong for Christmas? Now they've dropped the travel restrictions. Are you thinking of making a trip back?
I'm actually. My dad made the trip out from Hong Kong to the U.S., so he touched base and saw the family, and then and I'm actually going to go and see my mom. My mom's in Canada. My sister's going to go out there. If you remember, after my last fight, I went out to that lake house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going out there for the winter this time for Christmas. I haven't had Christmas with my family in a while, so gonna go do that. But maybe something in the new year. I wanted to go out to Thailand and I wanted to come out to Hong Kong. Khalil and Mia are in Hong Kong right now, and they're posting on their story, and it's making me jealous. So, you know, I saw them eating some stuff, and I'm like, But no, I definitely hope I can get a couple more fights under my belt with Karate Combat, and then maybe even come out to Hong Kong and do some kind of little tour, you know, teach or run a couple seminars or just kind of represent, see something like that. If there was an opportunity like that, that would make me eager to come out for sure. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at right now.
That'll be good. Yeah, no more. They've ditched the code system. You don't have to check.
I know. I saw 0+0, which just is 0.
Very happy with that, and it means when I come back from traveling to cover events, I don't have to.
Yeah, now you're ready to get back on your like regular thing. You know, like you just took like a 3-year holiday from it, unwillingly, and so now you'll be able to cover events, travel, hopefully get you to the States soon, bro.
Well, yeah, I think I might be coming to
JJ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we talked about bringing you out, so I think
that'd be good.
Yeah, a good possibility.
I'm thinking of Denver for one championship.
Oh yeah,
they're doing their first show in May in Colorado. So if I can combine something, one championship is doing it, man. They're looking cool, man. I like the stuff they're doing with the striking, with the grappling, with MMA. It's such a cool thing. I like it. Yeah, I think they're doing well lately, and it's good to have they have crowds back now. And I'll be going in January to Bangkok. So if you're coming out that way, we can. Totally.
Another cool thing that you'll like about Karate Combat is they let me represent Hong Kong.
Oh yeah, did you wear the flag this time?
I will be for sure.
I saw it on your phone case. You have it.
Some dude in Hong Kong like reached out and he was like, "Do you want to make you a phone cover?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure."
Really?
Yeah, he seemed to watch me.
Oh, that's cool.
Shout out to like his name's like Mosey Football, and he mainly specializes in like football team like phone cases. But I was like, yo, make me one like personalized. I don't want a football team. And he's like, I got you. So he made that. I was like, cool. So
that's good.
Yeah, I always get those like little things like that, which is nice. I always appreciate, you know, like people reaching out and showing support. It's cool.
Yeah, you definitely got some fans here, and like we always say, you were the first fighter from Hong Kong in the UFC. No one's ever going to take that away from you. But it's time for a new chapter now. Karate Combat, December 17th. What's going to happen then? Final word.
I don't think I'm going to put him away. I think I'm going to find my opening and put him away. That's what I'm predicting. And I really just want to go out there and throw some dope shit and see what happens, you know. I'm just ready to just put work and just show everyone what I do. That's really what I want to do, and I think by doing that, it'll be a great display, and I'm gonna be putting them away.
You're gonna put that food away now, I think. So I'll leave you to it.
Protein.
That sounds good. All right, yep. Sasha Palatnikov, always great to catch up, man, and hopefully speak to you after the fight as well. Sounds good.
Yes, sir. Good talking to you, bro.